Welcome back to YouTube. Big day for the team today. So we are doing a glute workshop. We are going to run through a full presentation of everything that is glute focused. We are then going to do a practical workshop where I'm going to demonstrate a range of effective exercises for building the glutes, and then clients are going to have a go. I'm going to look at their form, analyse their technique, go through that in person, which will benefit them massively because then they can take that away and implement that to their own training programs that I've obviously given to them, because everyone here today is a member of the CoachedbyKB team. It's going to be packed full of value, so hopefully you can gain a lot from this as well. I have a mixed opinion on glute activation. It has its place, but I think there's too much on the internet about just going in and growing your glutes by doing a load of crab walks. You ain't going to grow your glutes like that. It's more just firing up the muscle, that's all it's doing. And I think there's too much emphasis on glute activation. It's not about that. Just lift heavy and do the movements that I'm going to show you through today, okay? But it does have its place, especially if you have a sedentary lifestyle. I wanted to grow my quads at one point last year, and all my glutes do is take over. Now you might be sat there thinking, I fucking wish mine did. But it's annoying when you're wanting to grow another part of your body. And I'm saying to my coach, I can't connect with my quads. And I have to try and make sure that I'm in a position where I am really focusing on the quad, because if not, my glutes just fire up and take over. But it is genetics. It will be for anything. There'll be a certain body part that you guys can all grow quicker than another part. It might not be the one you want to grow. I've got a couple of you on the team where your backs might be taking over and you're hardly hitting your upper body. It's really important you understand that. Unfortunately, genetics are going to play a massive part of it. If you want bigger, stronger glutes, progressive overload is your best friend. And this is why logbooking when you are building, not so much in a dieting phase. My logbook goes out the window when I'm dieting because it gets in my head. And if I'm not matching the numbers, that stresses me out. But when I'm in a building phase, that is my motivation. Even putting the little plates on, these, 2.5, 1.25. If you're just adding that on per week, that is still progressive overload. You don't be having to bang on 10, 15 kilograms every week. Any little bit of weight is progressive overload. Tempo, did you do it a bit too fast last week? Slow it down this week. Okay, so honestly, it is your best friend. So tempo is key. And making sure that you are logging somehow across your week, your session to session, is really, really important. If you come back up and do this, which, oh my God, I see it every day on social media, and I just look and I just think, no, I feel like messaging that person saying, why are you doing that? That squeeze there is doing fuck all, okay? You're working your glutes more down here. The stretch of the glute is where you're working, okay? So again, it's just that knowledge, unfortunately. There's just that much shit information out there. And I'm just talking here from experience. Pump movements have its place, but you've also got to lift heavy. Hence the reason I give you working sets that will have a heavy working set and then a back off set, usually with more reps, because that pump does help get muscle into the blood into the muscle as well. I just wanted to share my journey. I was just starting off my bodybuilding. Patience is one of the key things, and I was going to do a post on this because a lot of people in this society are not patient, and you've got to be patient. I was 22 there. I'm 38 this year, okay? So it takes time. But at the same time, I don't need to look at that and think, fucking hell, Kate, that's years. I want glutes for next summer. But that is a lot of hard training, consistency. The moral of the story here is I just want you to be patient and consistent. Them two things are absolutely crucial, as well as all the other things that I share with you on a weekly basis. Making sure your rest recovery is just as important. The better you get, unfortunately, the harder it gets. And that's why you've got to keep pushing it harder and harder and harder. It's not like you get to this level and suddenly that's it, everything's fine. I can just maintain at this. It gets harder to maintain that. Okay, so it's really important that you are patient. Myth number 2. High reps with light weights, tone the glutes. I hate that word. I hate it. I really do. And I know many of you, and this is not me being disrespectful in any way, I know a lot of you will have put on your form when you first reached out to me, I just want to tone up. Okay? But this is why I did that document, Chantel, because understanding like the whole body comp thing as well, All toning up is you're losing body fat to reveal what muscle you already hold. That's all it is. But if you don't hold a lot of dense muscle anyway, when you start losing body fat, you'll start losing your bum. Some of you have even mentioned that to me. I'm dieting and Katie, my bum's going, where's it going? How come you've just done a competition, your glutes were just there? Because there's muscle there, there's dense muscle there that I've spent bloody years building. But it's the same with any body part. But you will find that, like, especially as females, we naturally hold it around here because we're made to reproduce. That's what our bodies do. It's a protective area. But because we naturally hold it around there, although you might feel sexy, and then as soon as you start dieting, you're like, where the fuck's my glutes gone? And that is because it's mainly body fat. So you've got to work on that building stage, but that's where it's hard mentally, because you have to be uncomfortable with your body fat levels increasing. That doesn't mean you have to walk around extremely uncomfortable, but you do, as a natural female, you have to have them body fat levels higher and be in that surplus to build muscle. So, practical workshop. So let's wake up the glutes. First one I'm going to show you is the side walks, just side steps. So it's just a case of what I'll show you from the side. So what we're going to do is just slightly hinge from the hip, and then we're going to push into the hip. Okay, don't do it straight like that. Don't look out your knees, and don't go too far down at the minute. I just want you to get that happy medium. So a slight hinge from the pelvis, and then just really push into the glute. Try and focus on really hitting your glute muscle. Okay, like you should be feeling something there. So if anybody else at the minute is feeling it in the lower back, just try and keep your core engaged. If this is relaxed and you're letting everything out, it's going to cause your lower back to not be protected. In a squat, we normally take a big breath in, core tight, squat down, come back up, air out. If I was to be underneath a bar full of weight and I just go, I'm going to fall forward, or the bar's just going to crush me. Okay, so always engage this on anything, even a shoulder press. Okay, and then as you squat down, you really push into the glute. You pause, and then you slow it on the way up. That's where a lot of people go wrong. So it'll be a case of they'll slow down, pause, but then they'll just bounce back up. Try it now, connecting with it even on the way up and pushing against the band on your way up. If the quads are taking over, what you could try is elevating the heels and just push your bum back more as if you're doing an RDL. So imagine you're just going to sit on the sofa. Yeah, so instead of coming down, you might be creating too much knee flexion, which is targeting your quads. So imagine you're kind of pushing back on the sofa instead. Yeah, so instead of squatting down, if your quads are taking over, just try like an RDL movement, pushing back and here. That might help some of you. Can you feel that, Becky? Yeah. So we're going to combine the two together, okay? So we're going to squat down, but then we're going to sidestep. Okay, so I'm here and then I'm sidestepping. Now, this is where people go wrong in kickbacks. They'll literally go like this. I mean, even me, that hurts, okay? It's tuck the pelvis in, core braced, small range of motion. So we don't want to overdo that kick back. It's actually doing more harm if you are kicking back too far, and that's where people go wrong. If your leg shakes on the way back down like mine does, that will indicate a bit of weakness somewhere in your pelvis. This is for anyone as well. If you feel you've got a stronger side, always start with the weaker side first. Single leg pressing, split squats, always start with the weaker side. And I would max that out, and then your stronger side, I would just stop at a certain number until your weaker side catches up. That doesn't mean that's going to happen overnight. That might be a good, maybe 4 or 5 weeks till that starts to get stronger. Honestly, I wouldn't spend too long on activation unless you are somebody that has got some serious glute weakness. And if you were going to start with it at the start of your session, I'd do maybe that little routine that we've just done, them 4 exercises, maybe 2 sets of each. That's it, just crack on. Down, stop there, back up, air out. If I let my air out at the bottom, again, you're not protecting your lower back. So every time that air is in, it's protecting the lower back. So again, those of you that have mentioned your lower back today, it's so important. because you're just going to cause an injury, especially if you start getting stronger and putting weight on these every week. Even with dumbbells, you are going to cause an injury. Okay, and I'll do it for you guys as well that's directly stood behind my backside. I'm so sorry about this next move. Okay, so here, and I'm actually moving the knees. A lot of you are doing it more like a stretch, like a stiff leg deadlift. So you're going like that, and bringing the neck up. You're just going to feel it more in the hamstrings. So it actually looks like I'm squatting, but I'm not. So it's that, yeah, and back up. Now for me, surprise, surprise, that's all glute. Okay, but you should feel it lower glute and into the hammies a little bit, but the hamstring shouldn't be taking over. An RDL is primarily glute focused. A stiff leg deadlift, an SLD is for hamstrings. Pause there, look how close to the body they are. I'm just literally, my hands are touching my legs all the way down. Okay, so what we don't want to do is go too low, because again, that's just taking over my lower back. I didn't feel anything in my glute then at all. So down, push into the glute, stop there, back up. Remember, you're getting the most out of an RDL down here. Yeah, so if you have to pause for 2 seconds to feel it, do, and then come back up. And you're probably going to come away from today in a very humbling way where you're probably going to have to strip the weight down. I know this sounds so precise, but please trust me on it. 1 foot length back, and then a half a step. That's it. But where people go wrong with this is they have that foot really close to this one. So it wants to be, imagine you've just dragged your foot back there and then up. So you've got that hip width stability. I actually feel it more if the dumbbell is in between the gap in my legs here, whereas I know some people do prefer it, the weight on the leg that they're bending. So the main thing is the stance of the foot, and then I'll do it with this arm just so you can see, and then I'm hinging, and then back up, down, and then back up. So that is just all glute. Keep the bar, I imagine you're just rolling the bar down your legs, and then back up. That's it. That's better, now that's glute. Good, that's it. I saw your glute then pushing back up. Keep that chin tucked in as well. Core tight, good, and then back up. Does that feel better? Yeah, that feels better. Perfect. And pushing back up through the heel, but without doing that. You see a lot of people say, well, drive through the heel, drive through the heel. Yes, we can do that, but without, that's just gonna put tension through the front of my leg. If I'm doing that and then pushing through the heel, that's actually really, really tricky. You've got the foot planted on the plate, but you're putting all the weight in the heel to help hit the glute. But I'm also going to higher foot placement, okay? So as I come down, directly in line with my chest, and then I push everything into that glute and back up. You're going to hit some hamstring as well. Okay, yes, naturally you are going to hit some quad, but this is primarily glute focused. The more knee flexion you've got, so if I came down here and the knee's really flexed, that's all quad. Okay, so whether it's the split lunge with a dumbbell, single leg press, walking lunges, they're all the same, they're just different variations. It's the foot placement and how you hinge rather than causing more knee flexion. As soon as the knee starts bending, it's all quad. Yeah, so you don't want to go on your hip bone. We also don't want to go on our lower stomachs, okay, especially as females as well. We just want to be careful. So I actually, especially the heavier you get on these, I just get my hoodie as well, and I tuck my hoodie there, because some of these can be really uncomfortable. Some of them have got the built-in pads, but yeah, where you want to go is actually the top of your thighs, like your hip flexor, okay? Push up, release the bar. I'm pelvic tilting there. We all know what pelvic tilting means, yeah? So I'm pelvic tilting, and then I'm coming down, but I'm not going too low. As soon as I go down here, look what's happening. What am I causing? Knee flexion. Okay, so that's actually now got my quads are engaged there. I'm coming back up, I'm feeling that in my quads. So what we want to do, pelvic tilt, feet slightly further forward, because again, if I come back here, that's knee flexion. So feet out, pelvic tilt to release the weight, and then I'm coming down about halfway. As soon as the knees start coming towards me, stop. So about there, back up and squeeze. Down, pause, drive it back up, but I'm still connecting and squeeze. So don't go fast down, pause here, fast up and squeeze there. Just control every part. Slightly bend into here. Now I think it was Rosie that mentioned about feeling it in this leg as well. Yes, you are going to naturally feel it in that leg, because this is taking a lot of the weight. You've got your body on this as well, and you've got the leg coming up here, which is forcing you to be stable. So it's not incorrect if you are feeling it in this leg, okay? So 30 degree to the machine, and then all you're gonna do, okay, you can hold on, okay, you're gonna put this foot here with the heel, you're gonna come out like an abductor machine. Now that is all upper glute. Here, pause, I even pause at the bottom here. I don't rush through and go like this. Okay, so I'm here, I come up, slow and controlled. That was really a lot of tension there. Squeeze here into the upper glute. This is where I'm working. Back down, keep the tension on there. As soon as I go past here, you are creating a bigger stretch. It might work for some, but you might feel that your lower back takes over if you go past your foot. So I stop here with the tension on and then back up. Variation 2 is more like a donkey kick. Drive through the heel. When we come to the top, this core is tight. Again, this is where a lot of people are going wrong. You're coming in, and as you kick back, you're going like that and relaxing here. Okay, so parallel to the floor, kick back, look at my foot. It's at a 30-degree angle. I'm pushing through the heel, squeezing, coming back in. But again, if you think about all this is mimicking a split lunge, a walking lunge, a single leg press, because I'm coming from here and I'm pushing down. That's all it is. It's just doing the same as me standing here with some dumbbells going like that. It's just that it is a nice different variation, especially if you go into the gym and it's really busy and this is free, you could just put it in as an alternative. So we come from here, we drive through the heel, just stop there, that's it. You go any further than that, you're gonna hurt your back. So the range of motion, I'm actually working more up here, and as I push through the heel, I'm still working. That's just the pump part of the movement, yeah? So here, drive down, squeeze. That's it. Thank you. That's the first glute workshop all wrapped up. It went absolutely amazing. I'm buzzing, absolutely buzzing. Everyone was happy. It was really special because all of the people that were here today were all on the team, which made it even more personal. I managed to get round to everyone to check everyone was doing everything spot on. The presentation went really well. There's definitely going to be more workshops to come, not just glute focus, but definitely more workshops to come. I do have another workshop coming on the 18th of May. So if you want to get down for that one, DM me for a ticket for that one, grab your space. I do have limited spaces available left for that workshop, but definitely many more to come. So thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and more content coming your way.